Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome, coming once again from the hills and valleys of Cooroy, Queensland.
How stunning. How stunning is it, mate?
We have OD.
Lovely to see you. And we have Davo.
Lovely to see you. And guys, we're looking today at perspective number 3 from our series of elder perspectives. Perspectives from a runaway horse.
From a very fast runaway horse, because I can tell you right now, Davo, as these topics have started, you sort of sit back and start to look at our journey of where we've started from and the stages we've gone through, and it doesn't feel that long ago that you were probably going through physio through university and I was starting back in to get into this industry full time. So it's the excitement of bringing this now to people to allow them to experience our journeys, to maybe see some sort of parallels in there.
An interesting one, because it's one that needs to be reflected on to get the most benefit, and that's self-knowledge, like knowledge of self. What are my deep desires, my aspirations, my way of being, and how does that influence the way that I conduct myself? How does that influence the decisions that I make? And how does that influence my effectiveness?
The people I attract. When you say the decisions you make, isn't it interesting? If we go right back to the very get-go of our effectiveness, we can't be effective unless we understand what we do. And to understand what we do, we have to go back a bit further to understand what really our values and our principles are. So it's a really exciting topic, but it's one of those ones where it's going to take a lot of honesty for you, as it has for us, to be able to identify, and then not only identify, but be peaceful and be comfortable with it. Don't be judgmental of it, because we are what we are, and we certainly can change our values, we certainly can change our location and also our effectiveness, but we have to be very careful that we don't judge ourselves, because that just puts us into an energy space that's not healthy for anyone.
It does, and we can be such harsh judges on ourselves too.
Too harsh, I think, mate.
You know, and when you answer the questions like, well, why does this keep happening to me?
Yeah.
How come I problem solve like that? You know, why is that thing in my life, and is it different to someone else? And quite often it's because of the base that you've set up. Yeah. So to step back, to really look at it from the outside, gives you a different perspective. So I guess this talk is about perspective, and it's taking one step back and considering what's in the background. And we want to have a look at a couple of things with this that I think will give you some tremendous value.
Davo, that's a really nice way to put it. It's a nice way to frame it, because it's something we don't do when we get into adolescence and adulthood. We tend to get so far dumped into our position of life that we don't get a chance to review. We don't get a chance to step out of where we are and actually to have a 10,000 foot view if you want to have a look at that. And this is important. This is probably going to be as important part of the series, I feel, because this sets us up for the success, for the continuation, and for the longevity of what we do, no matter what industry we're in. So let's start off. Let's get into this ideation. What a beautiful word. And this is a word that I know that you just want to unravel.